Peace to the nigga nation. Uh, I hope this morning, evening, late night finds you all well. I'm attempting to utilize this microphone. I hope that I'm being heard at this point. I really can't really justify, or well, I shouldn't say justify. I can't at this point verify whether or not I'm being heard or not. I hate to start going off and talking about stuff and then not able to be heard. I guess I can check it myself. Fuck it, I'm just gonna take the benefit of the doubt. That could be heard. Is anybody out there anywhere? Um, I still need to look and see. But yeah, peace to the nigga nation. I was just sitting up, and I guess you could say I dressed for the case. Admittedly, I had a different shirt on, but I put this shirt on represent for Mr. Anthony Dewberry. Apologetic. The CBD is making me choke a little bit because I just lit it. But what I'm saying is, yeah, I put on the Just Do It shirt uh, that I acquired from Mr. Anthony Dewberry by way of Mr. Cross Your Heart. Uh, I'd didn't this? Well, I guess when I made the title, I mean, I had been thinking about just several ways I could go, directions I could go with it. When I say uh they don't necessarily I'm just bugging y'all. I'm sorry. I have to check and make sure because this mic shit be fucking with me. Um, y'all bear with me. Sure. But yeah, I even live. Shit ass man. Fuck it. I ain't never done this before. Okay, there I go. Ah yeah, so I'm live. Fuck it. It ain't nobody on here. Turn this shit on. Okay, so I put the title on here. Uninformed criticisms of naysayers can't withstand the effectiveness of quality game. Um, Now I put on this Dewberry shirt. Now it's a my understanding. I've been watching a few of the latest programs, and it's nothing. I guess it's not necessarily brand new news, but he had been uh going back and forth with some. I guess not necessarily going back, but he had uh some issues with some criticisms or some continued talk about himself about these people. So you would and usually you catch Mr. Dewberry, he laid back or whatever. But some of these, it's like it was. Uh, I don't know if y'all remember 50 Cent was trying to move beyond the term gangster rap. He said it was aggressive content. So Dewberry was coming with the aggressive content uh, in regards to these people that was okay that mind you they pretty much been having either his name or Charleston's white name in their mouth for the duration of their channel. But and I mean I guess there should nothing be wrong with that. But you know, why would you if you have so many negative things to say about a person, you should pretty much lose interest in even following that person or even speaking on that person. But I say if you have positive things to say about someone, you want to congratulate them, you want to big up them on whatever accomplishment or endeavor they may be upon. Uh, you respect uh, what they putting down and what they picking up. You see, like I said in the title, you see representation in quality game. You see somebody that put their plan into action and put their words and their motivations and mechanisms in order to build themselves up to a point in which they can be proud of themselves. They've uh, attained or reached or touched certain accomplishments that can be evaluated by outside observers as something that could be commendable. So I guess it's kind of hard. Well, you might see this person in the beginning. You know, I followed Mr. Dewberry channel since the beginning. In the beginning, he had a rough start, but he stayed with it. He stayed down with it, and he put his full effort into it, and now he's pretty much he's blossomed from. You got damn a whole bunch more subscribers than me, and watch hours than me, but that's not important because it's all about what you bring to the table. But the point I'm trying to make, and I don't want to interrupt the point I was making, is that he took uh his how do I say this? His inexperience with coming on the internet and talking, and he practiced and can't remain consistent. Didn't let those who attempted to try to divert him or deflect him or discourage him from work moving forward, and thereby reaching reaching higher heights by his own by hmm, reaching higher heights by his own elevation produced by his individual efforts, and also I guess you say it's fair to say his combined efforts with his partner. Uh, now there's just because like I've been following Mr. Dewberry, whatever. There's certain things that you know about people just from being acquainted with him, whether it be online or whatever. But the thing I'm trying to say is that if you believe in these things and not the zoology, the astrological sign of Dewberry is Gemini. Now, what I know, I have my mother's a Gemini. My little sister's a Gemini. Matter of fact, they both were born on June 17th. So when I observe Dewberry in this friendship with Charles White, and I see the way he kind of handle motherfuckers, I can see that is as in the way that I make comparisons that in the way that I may see my mother or my sister. And that's not to put in a gender type of situation. It's just a strategic way in which they handle people. They'll come at you when you first a Gemini is can is kind and fair to you, and it's just the problem is that if they somehow indicate any type of flawness in you, any type of betrayal, any type of suspect actions in you, um, suspicious, just off kilter shit in you, they gonna acknowledge you for that. They gonna keep you at a distance in which is comfortable to them, and they won't necessarily, put it in your face, but you'll be able to observe by your interactions with them in the level in which they consider the connection that you have with them. So you see these people, man. Uh, they I guess I don't know my understanding. I mean, whether they have a large channel where they attain a lot of monetization from it, because it seems as if and albeit to be fair, I'm on the chosen people's internet right now, talking, uh, and I'm not necessarily monetized, and it's not for lack of trying. It's just certain. I just keep getting denied the monetization program. Now I don't know what these guys are monetized while they talking about Dubai. I don't believe they are. Matter of fact, I think one of them uh, apparently lost a channel Uh, but then it's like, well, you're doing this. You spend a lot of time because you evidently put a lot of your time, your effort into coming online to talk. I think another one's I don't want to say that guy name, man, but Charleston White has spoke about he spoke about Charleston White, the squirrel meat eating guy, whatever, the boxer guy. I guess it's him, and you got the guy, the loco or the coco guy. Uh, so it's like, okay, I don't know where they getting monetization by doing this shit, but Mr. Dewberry page monetized, and he don't necessarily waste time even talking about, even you talk about topics and things. He may make reactions and response. He don't necessarily come for nobody, but he stand on his ground, stand on business in situations where people come to him. This is just my observation. I miss Mr. Dewberry in person, but it ain't like we hung out for a long period of time. Just my observation. Now, it's not necessarily like the people that have these channels that talk about him on them. They may not have necessarily hung around Anthony Dewberry for a particular length of time, but you know they see him online, and he consistently comes on, makes his videos, and it don't necessarily got to be a 20 or 30,000 view video. It's just the consistency and the length of the videos that he makes. The commercialization is always popping. So, you see these people that these naysayers, you be like, well, why would it be the purpose or reason? You don't necessarily know this person. You never hung out with this person. You can't necessarily point to any specific instance where this person has wronged you or impacted your life in any type of way, but you have a disdain and you wish this person to be unsuccessful. And that makes sense. And you do this in the name of naysaying. Well, you're not going to be able to do that. I have this more of this than you, and you'll never get to this point. And then it's like when the person actually gets to that point that you say they'll never get to, and may even supersede that point, it becomes another whole other issue together, another criticism. There's never any praise or props given. Honor, just in the name of respect. Damn, I didn't think the nigga could do it, but he did. It's not even none of that. They don't necessarily think about the other side of it. Well, hell, niggas have self doubt. They don't know what they do. They go come on here and talk about. They don't know what whether they'll be received in a proper fashion. They don't know whether they're going in the right direction with their work. Uh, but then they find out that they are. And then for you to find out, well, hell, still people out there talking negative about what you put forward and the effort that you put forth in doing it. It's like, well, you wonder, well, hell, is there anybody that might be in their life in their corner that pours encouragement and life into them when they're trying to do something? I guess when you spend a lot of time on a YouTube or hours discussing a particular topic, you would expect that topic that you're discussing to have some constructive benefit in the advancement of your life and your lifestyle. But who am I to say? I just come on for the sake of saying, because this is some just by observation, that particular instance with Mr. Dewberry. Uh, the naysayers, um, they're just confused. Uh, they can't their criticisms. If your game is solid, you have that there are these qualities. You have this particular constitution in which you live by these standards, these morals, these principles. You have this what's the word I'm looking for? I've said it plenty of times. Purpose. You have a purpose. You see something in which you visualized either an accomplishment, a goal, or mouth or benchmark that you want to reach. So at that point, once you identify where you want to go, you try to figure out what it is it's going to take you to get to where you're trying to go. So it's like, okay, well, do these people that criticize is when on their process of doing something like that, trying to accomplish a goal, to reach a benchmark, to have a grand accomplishment and an elevation of their own? Is there someone there that's telling giving them encouraging words? And not even only that, okay, well, if they're over here naysaying someone else that's moving progressively forward, is there someone on their side that, no, I don't necessarily see Mr. Dewberry come on talking about nobody, really nobody of their, I guess, of their, for lack of a better term, their particular ilk. Uh, on a day on a daily basis, and I watch Mr. Dewberry relatively consistently. Uh, so it's like, is there anybody that puts that much energy into you? Not even just not the point of that you would want somebody to be that encouraging to you, that like, damn, nigga, if you putting it down, come with it. Quality game, stand on business, my nigga, solid. You know, is there somebody over there that even even if you don't have that, does that mean that you have a group of people that have the energy to spend and the time and the creative spiritual? And I think that's, I don't know if that, well, I guess a hateful spirit is a spirit too, or the creative will or interest to come up with ways to shit on anything or any attempt that you may have, even if that criticism is so detrimentally illogical, you know. But I don't want to get too far off of it, man. Niggas be confused, man. I don't, but maybe it is just a fact that they rather see, instead of seeing the constructive things that you're accomplishing. You may be in a position to put people in a position, other people that are either in your proximity or people that you may not even know. My nigga, the game related podcast they got. Uh, Matter of fact, they had the music thing going on. They've been pulled this cat. What's this cat's name? Belly Gang, Belly Gang, Kush. Man, I can't think of my nigga name. But Belly Gang, some Kush, something. But this nigga, he can rap his ass off. He from Atlanta, whatever. But these guys, they put themselves, like we say, Mr. Charles. We always talk about Mr. Charles because we got to give it up to the founder of the nigga nation, the ambassador general of the nigga nation. Uh, he put it down, and he just, by coming on here talking, he built a foundation or something. And by way of building that foundation, he's been able to put people on. So it's like, okay, you have folks on here that want to see him lose. But at this point, there are more people that want to see him in the position of winning, because for the mere fact they know seeing a Charleston White in a winning position is more beneficial for the village. Because I don't know what part. I don't think that these guys, maybe they live in Dewberry Village, but a lot of these guys that had the most criticisms for Mr. Charles do not live in this village. And at the end of the day, if it's not for self and family, this village is going to be the first people that's going to appreciate whatever benefits or constructive goals and resources he may acquire before anybody else would. That's what it had been before he came to the internet. So, I don't want to go on too long. I just really want to come on here and fuck with the algorithm and talk a little talk. Because you know, I understand it, man. I understand it. There may be things, and because I had to apologize to a coworker because I snapped on my coworker, right? Because I took and I guess I put something on his tone that I felt was, I received this I felt it was disrespectful. So what I did, my battery about to go off. So what I did was I responded in a way that wasn't pleasant. So I came back and I because I was wrong. You know, that's what a man do. Like we talk about the common man's constitution. You know, if you do wrong, you do what you can to make sure that you do right by that person. I don't want to be walking past my coworker knowing that I was dead ass wrong, but still haven't made amends for that. There may be a point in time where these people were certain naysayers, and they will go back specifically say Dewberry's, Mr. Dewberry's naysayers, because we talk about Mr. Dewberry for the most part. Then we would just go on and say that this video was inspired by, you know, when I by the situation Mr. Dewberry was going through with his naysayers. Uh, we encounter these people, these though, you know, we and everybody, and you know, some people overemphasize. A lot of time their biggest hater is their own self because they don't put forth the effort and the actions in order to do what they need to do to move with themselves or elevate themselves to a higher level than what they're on. So what they need to do is try to make some type of reason, find something to rationalize or make an excuse or reason why, or as if I'd have done this, I would be in, I've been able to be where uh, I think I should be at. So they make an excuse or a reason, and that's never constructive. My nigga Unitas, what's up? What's up there, brother? Uh, I was just chatting a little bit about um the naysayers and how the naysayers if as long as the person that they're criticized and they're giving their unsolicited opinion toward, as long as their game is solid, they're able to stand on their own particular business, that their constitution is never up to question of immorality or flaw, or you don't stand in the spirit of being a mark. uh you know, you have your naysayers. So, but even if you have your naysayers and people that know you for being who you are, what they say is ineffective. Everything good, man. You know, this I got one more day off before I have to go back into the plantation. This is my long week. Next week I got to work 12 hours. Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday next week. It's all good, you know. It blessed be the nigga that got a job. You know, I may not have ownership of the fishing rod, but you know, I help master on this fishing boat. You know, and I guess I get a couple of minnows, minnows to carry home for my troubles. So you know, as long as what I'm saying, nigga maintain, you know, aspiring to be greater than what he is. I guess you know. How about yourself? How you doing there, brother Unitas? What you been on, player? And I know your ass always be working. You be used to say you be working the double shifts and all that good shit. I got your email. I don't know why I still ain't emailed you. You know, shit. I guess to know what you're talking about, I guess I would have to email you, find out what you want to talk about, anything you want to talk about. But you know, not necessarily just how niggas uh this shit flash. And I'm about to unplug this little mic. This mic be for me. Yeah, that's what it is. Man. It just be working and sitting in be a little many issues that be coming across. This mic, I don't know. For one thing, first thing happened is and this is buying shit from fucking Amazon. First thing happened tonight was that this little ring light shit I got, the the little phone holder shit snapped off of it. And I tried to use a little mic shit I ordered from Amazon. This shit seemed like it only lasts. I only been talking on here probably. Well, how long I've been talking on here? I've been on talking here for like 25 minutes. This might last about 20 minutes. But yeah, I digress, brother Unitas, man. I really was about to close out. I appreciate you for coming through here. Uh, Unless you have any topics or anything you like to bring forward to the table, it's a nigga nation conference, and we're having a round table in the nigga room. Uh, Hey, if you want to bring something up, bring something forward, or I'll chat a little bit about it, because it's all in the name of you know, tickling the algorithm and making one's presence known. So my views won't be so fucking dry. I don't understand this internet shit like that. I thought you get on here and be interesting and somewhat charismatic. You might get some motion. I appreciate, yeah, and you do. That's motivation, brother. That motivated nigga. Nigga feel like he ain't doing his shit in vain. You know. But if it's a passion in you, and it's something that you want to do it, oftentimes they say, don't it for some fortunate few it may come overnight, but it frequently doesn't happen overnight. It takes time and effort. And that's what I'm putting forward. I mean, I'm utilizing time and the effort. That's my economics. My economics is towards, knowing that I put this much of my economics into doing this. I know that I have to receive some ROI, some return on my investment, my economic investment into it. So, uh, you know, until that point comes, I'm just gonna keep on polishing my art. You know, it is what it is. Yeah, man, it just seems for me, because I think I get discouraged with the Facebook shit, because I know Facebook got beat on super shadow ban, especially when it's political shit happening, like the Ukraine shit, or whether it be the Hamas versus the Israeli shit. Maybe that may be a protection for me, but maybe I might say the wrong thing inadvertently, just in the name of telling the truth and educating the people. But nowadays, it seems like educating the people is overrated, because the people don't necessarily appreciate what you're telling them, and in a way, telling them the same shit, telling them shit don't necessarily is not really, you know, as constructive as being an example of something, or asking questions and challenging them on an individual level. A lot of these folks come on and want to tell feel good shit, or find an enemy and pick sides, or figure out a way to come up with some type of project or something or the other to raise funds. It's kind of like the conscious spear, the woke spear. Now we ain't gonna talk too much about how they bastardized the word woke. Um, we just stick with the conscious, with the black empowerment folk. Uh, it seems as if it's a mockery. At this point, it's just it's kind of becoming a mockery. Because there's a lot of talk and there's a lot of a mess. There's not really everybody talk about coming together, but nobody. There's really no need for uh, black folks to come. You got black folks. I mean, at one point, okay, yeah, the immigrants, the black immigrants, they don't need to be talking about reparations, American reparations, because they're people not from America. But now it's like, okay, there's an environment, something going on in the culture where it's like, okay, uh, uh, j- uh, gen, access ethnic gang banging per se. You got the I might as well go on the FBA people, and you have what they call as the tethers. I mean, I can't front up. I used to be a proud FBA, but then I realized, yeah, FBA ain't nothing but a nigga with a new name. Uh, so I reverted back to being a good old ashy footed nigga with the rough knees. Uh, so um, you and I guess this nothing new because you watch because when you see the past they say that the pastor generally has roots in the game and in the macking and the pimping or whatever because uh, once you get to the point where you can utilize your words in order to compel action or produce results, then you're on a whole different level. And then you do it in an effort in which you can get people to just bring you money without even taking their clothes off and compromising themselves physically or spiritually in the name of prostitution. LME Music Family, hey, what's going on, brother? You from Oakland? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm just glad I'm just in the algorithmic era. I'm just a nigga on the internet talking there. My name is I go by Flavinus Niger. Um, I used to be G Flav coming up in high school. I used to have a high school junior high had a Flavor Flav clock, so he called me. They couldn't just call me Flav because it's Flavor Flav. So my first name, my name starts with G, so I was G Flav. And then I went to college. I started rapping with my nigga, freestyle rapping with my nigga. Became Mr. Flavor, Mr. Flav. Then as I advanced in skills and oratory, just uh, I elevated. I became Doc Flay, and then just along the lines of the future, I started. The Niger part came from after the NAACP and other so-called black leaders attempted to bury the word nigga, and I really felt that I had a strong aversion to that. No matter how people say, oh, it needs to be buried or whatever. I'm just going off on a rambling, but would say it needs to be buried. It's such an ugly word, but it's still a word that existed in this history. And from my research of the word, it's not a word that the European invented. It was a word that existed far longer than probably even the existence the European, the Caucasian, the less than melanated being per se. As to not offend anyone. But yeah, I was on here. I came on here, but yeah, I am the human embodiment of sand. Oh man, that's wonderful. I used to there was I think it was Spider Man. There was a character in there. I think he was a Sandman. He had on green pants and a striped shirt. He was a bad mother. He could make his hand into a big ass fist and just bring it down on shit. Now, I guess that was kind of like a, 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 a theoretical version, like a figurative version. Like if a human see a spider and they got a fly swatter, they just take a fly swatter and hit it with the fly swatter. But being the Sandman, you're the human embodiment of the sand. You know that you're able to formulate uh, your your hand. If you're able to formulate your fingers to text to me on here in my chat, I know you probably make a wrecking ball or something into your hand so you can smash a spider, a person. So Spider Man was a person. He was a spider, but he was still a man. So, you know, the Sandman was trying to kill Spider Man. I think if I'm thinking about the right character. Nevertheless, I'm just on here chatting, man. I came on here speaking about how people may talk all that good shit about you, uh, and I guess that's nice. I guess a lot of times, and I guess I don't know if I keep on saying I guess, and to go back and I do believe that I did mention Curtis Jackson, 50 Cent. He has a song. He has a song coming out. It's a song that came out on the soundtrack to Get Rich or Die Trying, and on the intro of the song, he says something to along the lines. He says, "I need you to hate. I need you to hate because your hate gives me energy." So um, some people may take the negativity, the criticism, and all of the negative talk, and they may take it to the point where they say, "Well, I'm not doing so well. Them people right. I quit. I'm not. They right. I don't need to keep on pushing forward. Let whole ass niggas push them off their square. But if you stand in a belief in yourself, you may not even have nobody around you to encourage you. Like I say, uh, I've been on these motherfucking lives talking to zero people out there. This little handful of people I just looked over and then saw it's really flattering to me at this point because it shows some progression. Uh, so it's like you you have these people that have all these things to say. They don't, and even though if you listen too hard, it's gonna sting. But if it sting you in a way, we'll say fuck that nigga, fuck what they talking about. Uh, I know what I'm on, and I know there's certain things I need to tweak, and I halfway listen to something. Any criticism is inherently not bad. It's not something that you should run away from, per se. If it's presented in an honest fashion, in a genuine, constructively presented fashion, then there's nothing wrong with criticism. But if it's not given in a hateful or sour, a sour disposition, it's cool to evaluate it. Swig it, or have to take the wine taste, just swish it around and get the flavor of that criticism, and work through it. But just for the sake of hating, that's something else altogether. So with that being said, man, I ain't gonna hold y'all much longer because I can't keep talking. Cause hell, I'm probably gonna be up for a little bit while longer because I'm a third shift type of nigga. But I'm not gonna be up on here like that because I'm thankful that I had some y'all to come through and fuck with the nigga, Mr. Niger, Old Flav, Doc Flav, friend. Like I like Bill Cotton get a shirt say, "Hey friend, nigga nation or nothing, y'all. Peace and love." All right, I'm out.